Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Dave. Don Giannetti from Project 52, and Dave is a member of Project 52. And I'd like to have you talk a little bit to prospective Project 52 folks, David, and tell them about your experience.
Glad to do it.
So what was your favorite part of it?
My favorite part, a lot of it was the camaraderie. You would give an assignment like, I don't know, pick an example, shoot a cup of coffee, shoot some colors. And I think in our class, wasn't there 16 people, maybe?
Yeah.
And you think, boy, there's only one way to shoot this thing. And then there's 16 images that are absolutely stunning that you never even thought of. And there's a real learning in that. And it was humbling and also encouraging because after a while, you could hold your own with these other people. So.
One of the things that we do on Project 52 is have everybody not only put in their assignment, but also put in a picture of how they shot it.
Yeah.
And I think learning all the different ways people could use softboxes and umbrellas and scrims and spotlights and things, it was really fascinating.
Well, and also the discipline of doing that. So when you do it, you have a record of, well, how did I achieve that? How did I do the dark field yeah.
And you're in Pueblo, Colorado.
That is correct. South of Denver, about 100 miles.
This is some beautiful work here.
Really thank you.
Where these, some of these were from the assignments I recognize.
Many of them, yep.
The apple juice pouring one here and the martini glass. What did you think about the type of assignments that we gave?
Well, at first I was a little intimidated but I got over that after about the first assignment I think was to go out and ask somebody to shoot their picture or something where you actually had to talk to people. With an engineering background, that wasn't my strong suit, but it worked out fine. But the thing I liked is you laid them out specifically. We're looking for this with this layout in this format. Sometimes I remember you put up things like we had to shoot to a layout. That's really important stuff because when I'm doing work now, one of the first questions I ask the people I'm shooting for is, do you have a layout? Do I have to make this picture fit into something you're doing? And I would have never thought of that before until I probably failed a few times on it. So, and it's challenging.
Yep, it is. It's one of the biggest challenges of the commercial world is we don't get to go and do the picture we think is great. We have to do the best picture we can for what fits the audience, the customer, the agency.
The other thing I learned that we didn't cover a lot was I run into people here, at least in Pueblo, they don't know what they want. They expect you to show up and be confident and take charge. Of course, I'm not shooting with producers coming down or anything like that. They're like, well, here's our machine, here's our widget, here's our whatever, just do it. I'm like, but you know what you want? No, just make it look good. And I have more confidence now to believe I can actually do that.
Also, you know the right questions to ask.
Yes. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
And
if you ask the right questions, they'll reveal a little bit more about what they want, and you don't suffer through the shoot it until I like something, which we don't do. We don't encourage you doing that, but we encourage you to find out what they want.
Well, that goes back to your assignments, because your assignments sort of train, at least in my case, train my brain into thinking about photography in a different way. Like, it's not, hey, I'm taking this cool picture. It's this picture has a purpose. And I need to know what that purpose is if I'm going to do the best I can do. And so that was one of the very important pieces of the class for sure.
Wonderful. Would you recommend Oh, before I ask you for recommendation, let me ask you this, see, loaded question. Um, did you make the money back for the class through photography?
Oh, it took me 4 months or something.
Yeah,
And you helped me with that because that project came in for the remember that power truck I shot by the
right.
windmills? That thing came in. I was probably going to bid it at a couple $100, and you came in and said, "Oh no, cowboy," and I got 10, 12 times what I thought I ought to ask for it, and they didn't blink. So yeah, it paid for itself very quickly. And more onto your question, would I recommend it? Is I do recommend it. I'm an active member. In fact, I'm sort of a partial leader of our local photo club now, and I have posted your stuff and recommend to people often that if they want up their game and they have the discipline to put into it, which really wasn't all that much, but you did have to have discipline, they will benefit. And everyone goes, God, you've gotten so much better. Like, yeah, you apply yourself, you learn from someone that knows something, and you go. So, yes.
I appreciate that. I do. David is also a member of the mentorship group, so he shares with us weekly how busy he is. And last week or the week before, you had like 5 shoots in a row.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's busy.
I shot the building. I shot one event that I guess it was 4. It was 4 in a
4 in a
row.
row. Yeah, that's busy.
Yeah.
In Pueblo, Colorado, folks, not New York City. So,
The other thing, Don, one thing that I did, well, I was the photographer in residence for the gallery before we started. Not just been shooting for him, and after taking the class, I went back to him and said, if you want me to stay encouraged, you really need to start paying me to do these things. And they didn't blink. And I would not have had the confidence to ask that. I was just like, well, I'm being the nice guy, and I'm still a nice guy. They're getting a hell of a deal from me, I guarantee you. But they're making it worth my time and covering my time and my effort. And I've been exposed to all the high rollers in town because they all come to the fundraisers, they all come to things, and now they're starting to come to me for photography too. So it's really all an evolution out of, I started with your Creative Live.
oh my gosh, all the way back there.
Yeah, tabletop Creative Live. Because my goal has been to improve my photography. It never occurred to me I could make money at it. I just wanted to be a better photographer. Then after Creative Live, I found dongianetti.com or one of those other things, which led me to Project 52, which I ruminated on for about 4 months, going, oh my God, that's so much money. What am I going to do? My God, it's a hobby. My wife, bless her heart, said, just buy the damn thing and quit thinking about it. And I never looked back.
Yeah, well, I want people to know that my goal is that you have the course paid for by 4 months. And hopefully much more than that, like in your case.
Yeah,
I mean,
you follow the program now.
Yeah. Making back, it's $12.50 for the course, which I think is a really outstanding price for a year of instruction, live instruction once a week, assignments that build your portfolio. And I want it to be of value to people, but I also want them to make their money back if they want to. I mean, we have had people in Project 52 with some in your class. They just want to be better photographers. They didn't care about making money at it. Nothing wrong with that.
And I guarantee you, we all got better. The business side is notwithstanding, we all just got better. You could see it through the course of the class.
One of the highlights of my week are hours we spend going over pictures and assignments. So Dave, it's been great having you in class. Thank you so much for this little video. And
my pleasure. I do anything I can to help people get better because of you. It's just great. So
thank
thank
you,
you.
my friend. See ya.
Take care. Enjoy Phoenix.